talked about swim buddies.
Yeah.
And that's one of the other lessons here is always have a swim buddy. It's another chapter here. What does that mean again, in the culture of the Navy SEALs? What does a swim buddy mean? But the broader meaning too of swim buddy.
Yeah, so when you go through SEAL training, for safety purposes, you are never by yourself. And frankly, when I went through, they were all Vietnam veterans that were my instructors. And they made sure you understood, look, I don't care where you are, you always have a partner. You always have a swim buddy. And when you are actually going through training and you are diving, scuba diving, you are actually attached by a line, a short line, to your swim buddy. And so you have to work together, but your swim buddy is also there to make sure if you're underneath a ship that you don't get tangled in lines, that if you run out of air, he's going to take his regulator, share his air with you. And this idea of a swim buddy in the SEAL teams, it starts with your swim buddy underwater, but it's also when you're parachuting, in the middle of the night, it's your swim buddy who kind of parachutes beside you and lands in, enemy territory together. Oh, by the way, it's your swim buddy that checks your parachute before you jump. When you are kind of patrolling and you're out on the ground, you know who your swim buddy is. They're the ones that are checking your six to make sure the enemy doesn't come. And it is this idea that I don't care who you are, you need a swim buddy in life. Whether it is your spouse, whether it is your close colleague, no matter who it is, you have to have somebody you can, trust implicitly. And oh, by the way, you've got to be prepared to take the criticism. I talk about in this chapter, I had this command sergeant major, a very senior enlisted, the senior enlisted in my organization named Chris Ferris. And Chris fought in Mogadishu during Black Hawk Down. He chased Pablo Escobar in South America. He fought in Bosnia. He fought in Iraq and Afghanistan, probably one of the most experienced enlisted men in the special operations community. He was my right-hand man. I didn't make a major decision without talking to Ferris. But there were times when, I needed somebody. I was having a bad day. Most of the time it was tough love. It was like, hey, suck it up, Admiral. There are guys out there that are dying on the battlefield. We don't care about your little problems. And sometimes you needed that. And then every once in a while, it was the man hug by the fire. It'll be all right, boss. That didn't go well, but it'll be all right. You need those guys.